Hi, my name's Gemma and I want to talk to you about something that's really important to me. That is body image awareness and a healthy body image in women. Don't worry, it's taken me a lot of years to get to where I am now. To be grateful for this amazing body that I've got, because it nurtures me, it makes me strong, I am strong and I love being strong, but it's a horrible bit about it. But I bet as soon as you looked at me, you'd already conjured up some sort of thought in your head. As women, we have an unhealthy way of sizing people up and judging them on first sight. Wouldn't it be lovely to be able to live in a world and look at someone instead of automatically judging them on their physical appearance, e.g. nice muffin top. Shit, I wouldn't be seen in a pair of shorts like that. Check her legs out. Far out. That skirt is way too short. Why can't we change our thoughts to good ones? Like, wow, she has balls. I wish I had enough confidence within myself to be able to wear something like that. But unfortunately, we don't, and automatically we judge one another. We judge them on our physical appearance, and it has to stop. We have to stop. We need to start to be more kind to ourselves and our thoughts towards others. We need to know as women not to judge one another. We are all women and we all need to empower that as well. Judging other women isn't healthy. And this is where our own body image comes into play. Say for instance, you see a beautiful lady in the supermarket or at the gym or wherever, and a little bit of you wants to look like them. Size 8, skinny, 6-pack, everything going for it, big boobs, whatevs. Then you go home and you look in the mirror. You don't see that image. You don't see that 6-pack. You don't see that tight little butt. You don't see the big boobs. So you think, what the hell is wrong with me? Why can't I look like that? So the next Monday, because that's when all diets start on a Monday, don't they? The next Monday comes around and you think, right, I'm going to achieve that. I am going to get that 6-pack this summer. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get that 6-pack. So you start your new diet. You start to starve yourself. Only eating breakfast, skipping every other meal, or if that fails, by lunchtime you're eating your arm off because you're that freaking hungry. You can still eat. You think to yourself, no, I am still going to eat. But there needs to be a quicker option for this. So you go down the roads of laxatives. And when that doesn't work, you think, yep, time to ramp things up here. Why don't I just become bulimic? Why don't I just spew what I ate? Both of these are not fun. They're not enjoyable. And they fuck your body. I was trying not to swear. At the age of 13, I had an eating disorder for 3 years, which was bulimia. I used to reduce what I ate. So I would eat a frosty fruit and that was it. That would get me through the whole day at school. I was always fatigued. I didn't learn at school because of my illness. I was grumpy. I hated myself. And it was really, really dark shit time. By the time I did get home after eating my whole frosty fruit allowance, which was ridiculous, I would start to just binge on whatever I could find. In the cupboards, chips, whatever. Sandwiches, I don't care, give it to me, I'm starving. The only thing is, because I had my disorder, which was bulimia, as I said, as soon as you eat something, it's horrible. You don't want that food in your body anymore. You can't let it sit there. And it's a crippling thing. It's a crippling feeling to think you can't enjoy your food. So what do? You go and throw it up, and that's exactly what I did. And that's what I did for 3 years. It was horrible. It was the worst part of my life, not being able to look in the mirror and see someone staring back at me that I actually enjoyed. So I didn't look in the mirror. I didn't look at myself at all. I hated the person that was there. And that's really sad. And I honestly feel sorry for people who are going through this on a daily basis now. It rips my heart apart. I was lucky. I had the support of my family, and I also seen counsellors who taught me to love the person that I am, and also to break the cycle, because that's what it was. It was a really, really yucky, horrible cycle that I was going through. So I got free of my vicious cycle for a few years. So in my early 20s, I suppose you'd say I relapsed. And I fell back into the bad habits of thinking I'm fat. I didn't want anyone to see me. I didn't socialise. I didn't go out of the house unless I needed to. I was ashamed of my body and the way that I looked. Now, to some people, that sounds like a crock of shit. Why the hell wouldn't you go out of the house? Why would you not go out of the house because you think you're fat? But I bet there's people watching this and they're going, holy crap, you have just described me to a T. It's not fun. It's not fun at all to make up excuses to get out of stuff with your friends. It's not fun not being able to go to family dinners and enjoy their time because of the way that you feel. It's not fun. For me, what helped was I stopped looking for flaws within myself. I looked in the mirror, and instead of trying to find the negatives, I looked for something positive. No one will ever look like the girls on the cover of a magazine, ever. Do you know why? Because they don't even exist. They are that manipulated and produced by a computer that it is physically impossible to look like that. How can you be something that isn't real? You can't. You can't at all. They're not real. If you ask me, the media has a lot to answer for when it comes to body image. Not only are the images unrealistic, but they also promote unrealistic weight loss goals as well. It's in the advertising they promote, this magic quick fix that you're going to lose 5 kilos in 10 days. Do you seriously know what you have to put your body through to achieve that? I don't think it's actually achievable, to be honest. So your body will go into starvation mode, which isn't cool. Starvation mode is basically your insides are eating themselves to fuel your body. That's not cool. It's crap. Not only that, but it can also trigger painful gut and gout. You get loss of energy because of the lack of nutrients in your body. You can get rapid drop in blood glucose levels, which leave you fatigued and lack of energy, dehydration. And for what? Sorry girls, you're just gonna put that 5 kilos back on, if not more, probably more. So can we see how this vicious cycle goes round and round? You lose your magical 5 kilos, start eating because that's what your body wants. Your body needs fuel, your body needs food for fuel. Then you put it all back on again. And then you think, shit, oh well, took the shakes last time, may as well do it again. Your body will have enough by the end of it. It'll give. Enough's enough. You can't keep doing it at all. So instead of looking for flaws, look for something positive about yourself. It might be your teeth are whiter. Might be your hair's on point. Might be, I don't know, you stink good. You smell nice. Sorry, that's my term. You stink good. Soon enough, once you keep doing this, once you can look in the mirror and you can say, hey, look, you're looking all right. You're looking good. Feel good. Start to feel good again. That's what this is all about, feeling good. You need to have that self-love and you need to have that confidence. Once you have that confidence and acceptance about yourself, that is more attractive than your physical appearance will ever be. Once you have that self-love, you can walk into a room and you can light it up, seriously. Okie dokie. One thing I want to talk about, well, 2 things, is the scales. My old friend, my best friend, my magical friend that had magic numbers on it. We had a huge love-hate relationship and they're crap. You don't need them. I used to wake up every morning, do me pee, nude up and stand on my scales, looking at the numbers, crossing my fingers, hoping that the numbers I liked would come up. And if they did, it was going to be an awesome day. Hell yeah, lost 100 grams overnight. Woohoo, go me. But in reality, it's probably because I didn't drink enough water the previous day. But if they didn't tell me what I wanted to hear, if they said I had put on 100 grams, that was it. I would lose my shit. I would starve myself all day. I would feel like crap. I would cry. I would be in a bad mood. I would be in a bad mood towards other people, which wasn't fair at all because of a stupid box with numbers on it. If it was a bad day, I would resort back to the whole not looking in the mirror again. I don't want people to see me. I would go back into a depression until I got that magic number that I wanted to see. I now know that so many contributing factors come into play with weight and when you weigh yourself. Weighing yourself on a daily basis isn't going to help anyone at all. It all depends on your bowel movements, depends on your hydration levels, salt intake, muscle mass. If you can do one thing today that will help you, throw the effers in the freaking bin. You don't need them. You don't need that stress in life. If you can reduce one thing in life that's stress-free, throw them away. Get rid of them. Serious. The last time I weighed myself was 3 years ago and I was 78 kilos. I wouldn't have a freaking clue what I weigh now. I don't care. If I need to weigh myself, I ask the people not to tell me. That's how much I don't want to know. I don't want to be influenced by numbers on a box anymore. It's shit. It's so shit. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the young girls of Australia. We need to change the way that these influential young women look at themselves. 41% of children are specifically worried about the way they look. 35% are concerned about being overweight. In a 2007 study that a Sydney university did, sorry, I am reading from a piece of paper from this, showed 1 in 5 teenage girls starve themselves or vomit up their food to control their weight. What have we created? Seriously. We've created body-hating teenagers that will one day be body-hating women. And if they're lucky, they'll be mothers. And then guess what? They'll be body-hating mothers. Insert vicious cycle here. It's a horrible cycle. Imagine if we could instead bring up confident, strong women, loving themselves for the next generation. Imagine in 20 to 30 years that there was no such thing as poor body image and everybody accepted the skin that they were in. I think that'd be pretty cool. I reckon that'd be really cool. So how do we do this? How do we help someone that doesn't love themselves? How do we help them? How do we help you? Well, we can start by telling each other that healthy bodies come in different shapes and sizes. Body size and weight does not determine your happiness, success, or health. It doesn't. People are more than numbers than the numbers on a set of scales. The images that you see in magazines and on telly and in adverts are unrealistic, and then they are only created to sell products. That's it. Be a role model for your kids and your friends and your family by accepting your body, maintaining a healthy relationship with food and with exercise as well. Embrace who you are. Go and do the things that make you feel happy and confident within yourself. I had the greatest pleasure at the start of the year to attend something that's called the Sydney Skinny. So basically what that is I think there was 1,400 people that competed in it, and it's a nude swim. And it took place in Sydney, of course, Sydney Skinny. And it was all about embracing who you are, what you as a person. So we all nuded up and we all went for a swim and we all got a sarong at the end of it, and it was the most exhilarating thing I have ever done in my life. I highly recommend everybody doing it. There was no judgment, there was no stares, there was no remarks. There were people of different sizes, shapes, colours, genders, everything. You name it and they were there, and they were all there for the same purpose. And it was really, really special, and it was unreal. So, try and switch the way that we think. If we can start small, try and switch the way we think by, if someone gives you a compliment, take the compliment. They're giving you something. They're giving you a compliment. Don't turn it into a negative, like we always do. Yes, we do. Yes. Someone comes up to you and says, oh my God, you look amazing. What have you done? Have you lost weight? And if you're anything like me, you'd turn around, or used to turn around, and say, yeah, look, dropped about 5 kilos, got another 10 to go before I'm happy. No, stop it. If they've said, you look good, take it. You look good. Don't turn it into a negative. Or if someone comes up to you and says, oh my God, that's a beautiful dress. Thank you. Yep, cheers, no worries. Take it. We need to give more compliments to each other all the time. Who's ever stood in front of your best friend? I know I would not try this. Who's ever stood in front of your best friend and blatantly said to their face, you are a fat piece of shit. You don't even deserve to be on here. You don't deserve to be on this planet. What the hell are you doing? No. If I said that to my bestie, she'd slap me in the face. Dead set. So why the hell do we say that to ourselves on a daily basis? Why do we put ourselves down? Why do we look in the mirror? Why do we say it to ourselves? It's not fair. It's not fair on you. We need to stop all of the nasty talk that we say. We need to build ourselves back up again. We need to fill ourselves with confidence, because everyone deserves that feeling. So, you will feel, or you will be surprised by the feeling that you get once you start to actually love yourself. Once you have started to embrace yourself, you're going to feel $1,000,000. You won't need those set of scales. You won't need those diet pills. You won't need those laxatives. You won't need to stick your fingers down your throat. Once you start to feel good about yourself internally and love yourself internally, that's when the real magic happens. That's when you'll get your spark back. That's when you'll be able to light up the room. If you want to eat a piece of cake, eat the piece of goddamn cake. Don't feel bad about it. Everyone is entitled to good food. Everybody is. Don't let that inner voice inside of you tell you that you can't. You can. As soon as you stop listening to that little inner voice, that's when you can start living again. That's when you can make room for more important things, like good health and family and friends. I think sometimes we need to put our lives into perspective in comparison to other people, especially overseas. We have clean, fresh drinking water anytime we want it. We have the right to an education. We have the right to vote. We have the right to do so many things. Yet, I don't think anyone in a third world country, or, you know, these places that don't have the opportunities like we do, I can guarantee they don't stand in front of a mirror looking at their ass going, fuck, that looks big. No, they're not. We need to be grateful for what we've got. We are very, very lucky people. So, I have rambled on. The whole reason why I wanted to do this is something that is very close to my heart. I don't expect anything from this. I want people to hear my little story, because I'm sure, and I know there is other people out there who have their own little stories as well. I don't want people to hate on me for this. This is something, as I repeatedly said, that is very dear to me. I want to be able to help someone if they've seen this and actually say, crap, all right, we need to change it. We need to change the way we think. And we do. We need to change the way we think. We need to love each other. We need to love ourselves first, and then we need to love each other. So I've said enough, and I'm gonna go. Bye.